did was that you started with reinvesting your profits back into the business. Okay, particularly the lemonade companies. Once you got paid for some of the lemonade that you made, what do you do with that money? You buy more supplies. You bought more sugar. You bought more lemons. Now that's within the confines of time limit. Obviously, this activity only has a certain life because it can only go as long as our consumers have money and as long as we have products left out there. So it has a limited life, but that's okay. So reinvesting the profits back into the business is one way you can grow your business. Another way you can grow your business is through, like I said, mergers. I kind of put a bug in some people's ears and nobody did anything with mergers. Did anybody try to merge? Kind of, maybe, sort of? Lemon and sugar? Okay. Now, why would you want to merge? What's the point? How would that help?
Price fixing.
Okay, well, start one at a time. So, first of all, if you merge, you could potentially create a monopoly if you're down to one company, right? But even if there are other competitors out there, why would you want to merge? Couldn't you just want to get bigger? Why would that be good, even if there are other competitors? You could have more money, and what can you do with those other competitors? Drive them out, potentially, if you're big enough. I have this lovely little cartoon here that is illustrating the merger of NWA and Delta. These two airlines merged together to form one, so they're getting bigger. Okay. Other reasons to merge. Why else would you want to merge?
It basically, I would say, it makes you more stable money. More
what?
Stable.
Stable. Okay.
Like it would be harder for someone else to like shut you out of the business.
Okay, it's true. You're more stable as a company. What about this? Why would a lemonade company want to merge with a lemon company?
Get lemons for the lemonade.
So why would they want to do that rather than just negotiate with the company?
Well, you only get better deals.
Okay. Probably cheaper. Probably also more efficient, right? Because if it's more efficient, if they don't have to haggle with the lemon company, right, it'll take less time and potentially less money. Here's a merger that was discussed: NBC and Comcast. NBC obviously is a company that actually, will go and provide network television. Comcast is a cable company. Now, did you realize, and some of you may know this, but did you realize that cable companies have to negotiate with the network companies to have them in their cable package? Did you know that?
No.
Okay. I went through recently, I don't remember what station it was. Recently, my husband went through a crisis period, and I can't remember which station it was, but we have DirecTV, and one of the stations, which one was it?
It's one of the news channels.
No, it was 13, I think.
Yeah.
Was it NBC?
I think it was NBC.
We open a window.
But there's like
No, do not open a window.
It's so
No,
hot.
It is
Okay.
cold outside.
You're wearing a
My
sweatshirt.
sweatshirt
I'll
off.
cry. I will.
I'll sit in the back. So hot.
Okay.
You can sit in the back and you can open a window in the back.
You were a child.
Okay, so at any rate, NBC and Comcast, if they merged together, okay, then Comcast would not have to negotiate with NBC every time the contract is up to be able to offer NBC on their cable network, okay, on their cable channels, basically, okay? So what I wanted you to be able to see is that this would be an example of efficiency. Other reasons, okay, acquire new products. Google, one point in time, did not own YouTube. Did you know that? YouTube used to be an individual company.
Yep.
Okay. Oh yes, YouTube. Google is owned by YouTube. If you go on your Gmail account,
Is it
you can
YouTube
pull up.
owns Google or your
Google owns YouTube.
Yeah, because you contradicted yourself. You said that one owned the other, and then you said that the other.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We got it.
All right, so Google owns YouTube. So at one point in time, they were separate companies, okay? Google decided to acquire YouTube because they had a product that they were not offering themselves. And they're like, hey, you know what? This is a really good product. We want to own it. So they will buy them out. They will merge them together, okay? Sometimes that will happen because it's going to be most advantageous, especially if, for example, YouTube had a huge following. While Google could have tried to create their own website, their own site for video hosting, okay, they would have had to basically buck against YouTube. It was like, well, why not just acquire YouTube? Just bring it together, right? Yeah, it can't beat them, join them. So, other reasons. Eliminate rivals, okay? In the case of, and I think I've mentioned this when we talked about market structures, in the case of satellite radio, Sirius satellite radio and XM satellite radio used to be two separate companies a few years ago. They actually eliminated their rival by merging together. That was one that had to be approved by the federal government because it was kind of dicey as far as whether or not that was legal. So that would be, again, another example of this. Now, the last one I did not find a picture for, and I was trying to find a picture for. The last reason could be to get rid of a bad corporate identity. Okay? Think about this, bad corporate identity. If your company, okay, has a bad identity where it has, a bad reputation, and you merge with a new company, okay, you could go and get rid of that bad reputation in one fell swoop. My mom used to work for a company that was a good company. She worked with computers, basically computer software for healthcare, basically for hospitals and nursing homes and things like that. She used to work for a company that had a very good reputation as far as getting a good, high-quality product, but they were very slow on their operations. They were slow on the decision process. They were okay in the speed of actually doing the work, but when they were actually deciding on what to do, they were very slow. There was a company in Arizona, however, that basically did the same thing, that did not have as good of a reputation as my mom's company. They had a reputation for quick, fast decisions, but oftentimes those quick, fast decisions were not so great. Those two companies merged together and they formed a new company, so it got rid of the Arizona company's kind of bad reputation. But the problem is that in order to really get rid of it, you have to make sure you also solve the problem. So in their case, they merged together, they had a new company, but they kept kind of the same leadership. And so it was questionable as to whether or not they were going to maintain a good reputation or not. Holly?
What's this one?
To eliminate a bad reputation or to get rid of a bad reputation.